All right, so today we're going to take a deep dive into allGeo.
Okay.
They're a platform that's really changing how businesses manage their field operations.
Right.
And we're going to be looking at this through a real-world example.
Okay.
A case study featuring CSTK Velocity.
Interesting.
I don't know if you've heard of them.
I have not.
They have about 200 employees.
Okay.
And they specialize in commercial refrigeration systems.
We like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, supermarkets, restaurants, that kind of thing.
Makes sense.
The whole geo works. And they use ADP for payroll.
Mm-hmm.
And like a lot of businesses with, teams that are out in the field all the time,
Right.
they needed a better way to handle time and attendance.
Yeah, I can see that being a challenge for sure.
So before we get into the specifics of what allGeo did,
Okay.
maybe you can paint a picture of what the situation was like for CSTK Velocity before they brought allGeo on board.
Sure. So before allGeo, CSTK Velocity was facing, they had a problem. A lot of companies with field teams have this problem. Inaccurate timekeeping. Their technicians were clocking in and out manually. And that led to, disputes over hours, work frustration for the employees.
Yeah.
And ultimately, it just wasted a lot of time and money.
Yeah, for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. And they really needed a solution that would give them both accuracy and accountability.
Okay, so allGeo comes in.
Right.
How do they actually make a difference here?
So they designed this custom solution that uses GPS and geofencing technology.
Okay.
So picture this. You've got GPS-enabled time clocks at thousands of potential customer sites, all set up automatically.
Okay.
No more manual entry, no more, trying to remember, did I clock in when I got there?
Right.
The system just knows exactly when a technician arrives and departs each job site.
Now, when you talk about tracking people's locations like that,
Right?
doesn't that raise some concerns about privacy for the employees?
Well, yeah, it's a valid concern for sure. Yeah. But the focus here is really on streamlining operations and making sure things are fair. Think about it this way. When you have precise time tracking, you eliminate those disputes over hours worked, which benefits both the company and the employees.
That's a good point.
Nobody wants to be arguing about, did I work an extra half hour?
Yeah.
It's all right there in the system.
So it sounds like that's really just the start of what allGeo can do.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What else do they offer?
So one of the other features is they have this live map view.
Okay.
So managers can see where their teams are in real time.
Wow, so you don't have to call them and be like, where are you?
Exactly. No more endless phone tag.
Right.
It allows for instant communication and, better coordination.
Yeah.
So let's say a technician is running behind schedule.
Okay.
The manager can see that instantly. They can send them a message. They can reroute another technician to cover potentially saving hours of downtime for the client.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now imagine travel time. It's a tricky thing to keep track of, especially when you're going between all these different job sites.
Exactly. And that's another area where allGeo really comes in handy.
Okay.
They have both automatic and manual travel logging.
Okay.
And they even provide a GPS history trail.
So you can see exactly where they went.
Yep.
Gotcha. So you create this accurate record for every single trip.
So it's not even just about did they arrive at this time?
It's the
whole picture.
Yeah, it's not just about timekeeping. It's about understanding their travel patterns, optimizing routes, and, really getting insights into how teams are operating out in the field.
Okay, so let's talk about payroll.
Sure.
The nitty-gritty of actually paying people.
Right.
How does allGeo help with that?
So this is another area where allGeo really shines.
Okay.
They make editing time clock reports really easy, and they make sure that all the information is ready for payroll processing.
So it's like,
and it syncs seamlessly with their existing ADP system.
It just plugs right in. Nice. And it even takes into account those varying pay rates.
Oh, interesting.
Based on location and time.
Okay.
So if a technician is working in a different state or, beyond a certain radius from home, it calculates the correct wage automatically.
Wow. So you don't have to
no more manual calculations.
I feel all that out.
No more headaches for the payroll department.
I bet.
Yeah.
So far, it sounds like we've been talking a lot about time and attendance.
Right.
Which is super important. But what other capabilities does allGeo offer?
So they also have this robust work order management system.
Okay.
And remember how we talked about how CSTK Velocity uses Salesforce?
Yeah.
Well, allGeo integrates directly with Salesforce,
Okay.
so they can pull customer information straight into work orders for their technicians.
So it's like everything is connected.
Exactly. It's a really streamlined process.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So for CSTK Velocity,
Yeah.
what does this all mean in terms of like
Right.
cost savings, efficiency?
So the impact has been really significant for them.
Okay.
They've seen a dramatic reduction in payroll errors.
Which is huge.
Yeah, and that's led to happier employees.
Makes sense.
And a much smoother payroll process.
Yep.
And their field operations are way more efficient now.
Right.
They're optimized.
Huh.
And allGeo's integration capabilities have really connected their systems and streamlined their workflows.
Now, you would think that a system this sophisticated
Right.
would be something that's only really useful for like huge companies
Yeah, you might think that.
with these complex needs.
Right.
But is that actually true?
Not at all. One of the most remarkable things about allGeo is that it's built on this low-code platform.
Your low-code platform.
Yeah.
For those of us who aren't like, tech wizards,
Sure.
what exactly does that mean?
It basically means that you don't need a whole team of programmers to customize and implement the system.
Okay.
It's designed to be user-friendly, adaptable, making it accessible to businesses of all sizes.
So it's not just for the big guys. That's great.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we've been talking about refrigeration here,
Right.
but this isn't just for the refrigeration industry, right?
No, you're absolutely right. Think about facility management, construction, transportation, trade, even home healthcare.
Wow.
The applications are vast, and the system can be adapted to very specific industry needs.
So as we're wrapping up our deep dive into allGeo here,
Yeah, okay.
what are some of the key takeaways from CSTK Velocity's experience?
So first, they've seen that dramatic reduction in payroll errors, which has made everyone happier and the payroll process much smoother.
Right.
Second, their field operations are much more efficient now.
Yeah.
And optimized.
Okay.
And finally, allGeo's integration capabilities have really helped connect their systems and streamline their workflows.
So it sounds like allGeo is really offering a powerful solution
Yeah,
for managing and optimizing field operations.
definitely.
Now, for our listeners out there,
Yeah.
I want you to think about what aspect of field service management in your world could benefit the most from this kind of automation and visibility.
It's a good question.
That's something to consider as you're
Yeah.
thinking about how these technologies can really transform your business operations.
Yeah.
It's been a fascinating deep dive.
Yeah, it has.
Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.